hometown nostalgia and peace he hadn't felt in a decade. He loved Havenbrook. Meadow's welcome had been the only one not warm. What did he expect after the way he'd treated her in high school? His gut knotted like old pine as images assaulted him. His then-girlfriend, Mayor's daughter Blythe Matthews, calling Meadow a loser. Strong Meadow leaving school in tears. Blythe calling after her that she'd never be popular, never be one of the cool kids, never fit in. Colin had stood back against the lockers, feeling horrible for Meadow, yet not doing one thing to stop the bullying. Colin swallowed. Hard. No wonder Meadow wanted nothing to do with him now. Except that was the old him. He was determined to show her the new him. Wanting to make sure she made it in without slipping on snow-packed ice, Colin glanced back to find Meadow looking stumped as she stared at him. Surprise swept through him at that. Swiftly readapting her caustic body language, she tromped across her yard. But her baffled, curious look had convinced him he'd made a slight positive impression. A car pulled up next to the curb where he stood. A harried woman plowed out of it and into him. When she pulled back, recognition flickered in her eyes, and she paused. Colin McGrath. Heard you were moving back. He recognized her as one of Meadow's many siblings. Flora, nice to see you. You check on her? She all right after the cave-in? Her words hammered dread into him. Cave-in? She didn't tell you? They began walking back across the street to Meadows. No. Well, not in so many words. He grinned. She mostly just told me off. Flora glanced sideways at him. He peered across the yard, assessing where Meadow's damage was. He shrugged. I deserved it. Flora looked like she wanted to say something kind, but stopped herself. Good. He didn't deserve the grace of accolades where Meadow Larson was concerned. I'm surprised you're not giving me grief over my past of taunting your family. Blunt, but he needed to have an in to apologize. I know your mom from Havenbrook Garden Club. My fiancé, Pete, is the attorney handling your father's will, medical directives, and business matters. I help in the office, since my counseling job is part-time. You're the new CEO of your dad's company, McGrath Construction, right? Oh, so you're Pete's fiancé. Good man. Yes. Dad's failing cognitive function affected his ability to make sound business decisions. Mom asked me to take over, so the company doesn't lose 40 years' worth of good reputation, equity, and customers. Thankfully, my Chicago home and contracting firm sold quickly. That money left him a nice nest egg and enabled the clean break to move south. He'd needed a new start anyway, after his broken engagement. Flora nodded. Your mom told me it means the world to her that you came home to take care of things, despite your parents not taking the best care of you growing up. She seems very sorry, and says she and your dad are desperate to have the relationship with you they'd neglected before. I've forgiven them. To their credit, I didn't keep in close contact once deployed overseas in the military after school. Speaking of, I hope you know I'm sorry for every terrible thing I did. I do. I also know your mom recently made you the medical POA for your dad. Sorry to hear about his tumor. You have enough grief to contend with right now. She smiled compassionately. Plus, people change for the better. Pete's business dealings with you so far make me believe you have, even though Meadow may not. That didn't sound promising. Colin helped Flora across Meadow's icy yard, then scanned the roof. Your sister's not going to be happy to see me again, but I need to make sure she's not putting herself in danger going back in there. Yeah, well, she can be stubborn like that. As predicted, Meadow's face swelled like an angry pufferfish at the sight of him at her door. Now, cool your jets, sis. He's an expert concerned about your safety. Besides, you know all other local contractors are either bad or, with other roof cave-ins I've heard about today, probably booked solid. Meadow's countenance visibly crushed under being subjugated by circumstance into taking Colin's help. Thumbs hooked in his pockets, he waited for the go-ahead. She finally nodded, but did so like someone